Lusaka July, an event that this year has tossed 7 years of successful hosting, has been talk of the week from a cross-section of society that has expressed concern over the dressing of some of its participants, suggesting that they are more of lesbians, gays, bisexuals, transgender, queer, asexual or agender, in short, LGBTQAs. Clergymen, eminent and prominent persons among others, all descended on the event claiming they saw pictures inimical to Zambia's principles and values, as well as the proclamation of Zambia as a Christian nation. Bishop Andrew Mwenda is Executive Director at a church mother body, Evangelical Fellowship of Zambia, and tags all members of the LGBTQA community as needing spiritual and mental help.
What happened on this material day amounts to gross indecency, indecent exposure, and attempt to corrupt public morals, and a direct invitation to breach the law. We consider the men and women that are involved in desperate need of spiritual and mental help.
But organizers of the event, Chishimba and Monde Nyambe sisters, known as Piara Girls, deny the event is an LGBTQA rights championing platform.
The Lusaka July 2022 is not an LGBTQ stage. We have noted with immense displeasure that there are pictures circulating online that have been fabricated and exaggerated by critics of the popular event.
Well, members of the LGBTQA community have chosen not to be silent, as this proud lesbian and gay, whose names have been withheld for fear of victimizations, can attest.
I don't think the Lusaka July has anything to do with the LGBTQ community at all.
Different personalities with a view to highlight their fashion sense.
Zambia's Vice President, Mutalena Lumango, on her Facebook page, asked Zambians what should be done after the Lusaka July event. But she has not yet issued any formal statement, even after receiving over 4,300 replies from her fans, some who have been calling for the banning of the event. However, some members of the LGBTQA community have openly challenged people calling for the banning of the event that they too voted for this government.
Only heterosexual people voted for the president, but no, everybody voted.
The call to ban it is uncalled for.
The members of this community are now raising fears, especially with the increased talk about their existence in a country whose laws criminalizes homosexual relations and marriages.
I've been threatened before. Someone has threatened to rape me. A lot of people have committed suicide because of these things, of the discrimination for our rights. People forget that we're also human.
Meanwhile, the current administration of the Zambian government, led by Hakainde Hichilema, is receiving kudos on its respect for universal human rights so far from the members of the LGBTQA community.
I won't say the president or the government supports LGBTQ rights to be specific, but I'll say that he understands and supports human rights universally. He understands that everybody matters.
Previous governments, just like the current one, have handled it in a similar fashion. They will not listen to the concerns of the LGBTQ community, but only the church and political supporters.
The current administration of Hakainde Hichilema has, from its political opponents, been accused of having been funded by international LGBTQA financing organizations to form government 13 months ago. And some continue to allege that LGBTQA population in Zambia is growing on that score. But President Hichilema has set the record straight that his government does not support homosexuality.
We've said it before in opposition and now in government that we do not support gay, lesbian rights as a government.
Well, what are some of the ultimate wishes of the LGBTQA community in Zambia?
I get so emotional when I talk about this because I want freedom. I want equal rights with everybody else. I want to live the way they live. I want to be able to love a girl and marry her. I want to have a family with a girl and not be scared of going to jail.
To be free to love or marry any person regardless of gender or ethnicity and still receive equal respect and social or economic privileges like heterosexuals. We want to be recognized as members of society who can contribute to the growth of the country without being judged on matters of sexuality.
Reporting for the SABC's Channel Africa, I'm Arthur Davis, Scopo.